What's going on, everybody? Ryan the Mighty Quinn here, the cornerman underscore MMA. UFC San Antonio, solid card. Didn't come without some controversy. Kind of common these days. The uh, the main controversy, which I think was in the main event, I thought that was horrible. I can't believe that some judge gave. I forgot his name. He gave the fight to Chito Vera. I I don't think Chito won a round. Maybe he won the fifth round. But Holly Holm looked good. It's really awesome seeing her still kicking it. The Tucker Lutz and Daniel Pineda fight went pretty well, so it was a solid card overall. But there was another. I don't believe there was another fight there where there was some controversy. I don't think it was justified though, and that is the Maycee Barber fight versus Andrea Lee. Now, when I was watching the fight, I was I had it on, I had it muted. I was cooking something. A lot of times I have the grill on. I'm in Florida, so I got the patio TV. I got my grill on. I'm grilling. I got the fights up here. The sound's off, so I'm watching everything I saw. I had Maycee winning that fight. I thought she won 3 rounds to 1, 3 rounds to none. Sorry. And then I go on the internet, plus I'm seeing a text group that I'm in, and people are saying that it was bullshit. And I was really surprised. I was like, wow, maybe there was something I wasn't paying attention to. I thought the decision was justified. I didn't think it was a big deal. So I went back and watched the fight this morning, and I'm doubling down on what I saw. I really can't believe that people thought that she lost that fight. I know we got to give the judge a lot of crap sometimes, but not in this instance. Now, let's see the argument against Maycee, why people think that Andrea won the fight. Maycee did have the bloody nose, saw the blood damage in a situation. I'm gonna refer to the John McCarthy interview that I actually sent out to a bunch of people yesterday. Actually, I was even speaking with Tim Sylvia about it yesterday. He felt that Andrea won, and Tim's cool. Like a lot of guys, I think it was this, I think it was that, and that was it. You move on. A lot of people, they get offended when you don't agree with them. I'm glad Tim's cool like that. So uh, I felt that it was clear that um, uh, that Maycee outstruck her, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So um, let's go against Maycee for a minute. She lost the grappling exchanges for sure. In round two, she had some blood on her nose. But again, as I was saying, going back to the John McCarthy video, blood is really just colored sweat. Try not to look too much into the blood as far as scoring is concerned. It is damage, but it's not gonna. It only adds up in tiebreaker situations. It is a whole tiebreaker situations. So now going back to what I was saying about Maycee losing those grappling exchanges. Now this fight was predominantly on the feet. With the exception of the end of round three and a little bit, maybe a chunk, 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes of round two. Now, what does that mean? So I think it was like a minute and 10 seconds of round three. So which Andrea did win, which she ended the round on top uh, in that grappling exchange, in the grappling exchange. Now, Maycee had takedowns of her own if you're going to add the grappling in too. So anyway, where am I going with that? So yeah, Andrea did have some time on top, but if, again, go back to the John McCarthy video. You got to remember it like this: it's each round is scored on what happens more of striking, grappling / wrestling. So um, if one happens more than the other, this is now a striking round. We're scoring the striking in this round. And for lack of a better word, we're throwing away the wrestling and grappling within the. And then once you see that, and then you go down from damage, dominance, duration within displayed within those techniques. Like I said, sometimes like when I'm looking at it, is if it's 2 minutes and 31 seconds on the feet, I mean, obviously the judges can't look at that in real time. I'm just trying to give an example. Then it's a striking round because it was more on the feet. Or if it was 3 minutes on the feet, which is like round two was, and 2 minutes on the ground, this is a striking round. We got to score the striking. Maycee was scoring a lot with the striking. She was connecting a lot. She did a very good job whenever Andrea would throw those high kicks and miss. Maycee would score with a low leg kick on the receipt end. So and she had vicious two three shots there and some right hooks. So I thought it was very clear that she won the dominance aspect of the striking in those rounds, in all 3 rounds. Now, yeah, like I said earlier, there was a significant amount of time on the ground. Well, I don't want to say significant, but there was a good chunk of time on the ground in round two. Not enough to score it as a grappling round, which would be in favor of Maycee. So, yeah, I mean, and Andrea. So Andrea, yes, did win those grappling exchanges. Not enough time to make it a grappling round, plain and simple. And again, I know a lot of people think that the way a round ends, if you end a round, no, you can't. And I'm going around three now. You can't go into I know this didn't happen, but you can't, like, let's say somebody was dominating on the feet for 4 minutes. Actually, it kind of did happen. Let's say somebody was dominating on the feet for 4 minutes of a round, and then a takedown happens by their opponent, and then they just ride them out. Something needs to happen. What happens after the grappling? That's the other thing here. And in the third round, nothing really happened after the grappling with Andrea. You can't take someone down and not do something. This is where scoring takedowns is concerned. What happens after the takedown? Was there submission attempts? Was there close submissions? Was there striking and ground and pound being exhibited? This is the stuff that's scoring. So if a takedown happens after you're losing the whole round, and then you don't do anything, you're more or less just clinching the person against the cage or out in the open, just trying to avoid being damaged. That's basically what happened there. That's why that wasn't scored. So I thought it was pretty clean cut. I thought it was a great fight, and the judges got this one right. Now again, going back to the main event with that one judge giving it to Chito Vera, that's another story. But yeah, tune in, guys. I'm doing a video later this week on Dagestani/Russian wrestling, or European wrestling rather, against American wrestling. I know that seems to be, or wrestling/MMA. That seems to be a hot topic these days. And let me know what you think, guys. Talk to you later.